was heavy. On the walls hung ancient paintings depicting scenes of rituals. Alice could feel her symbol pulsing, as if reacting to the magic that still lingered in the place. They found an old library, where Mikhail started looking for records. Alice, meanwhile, noticed a book that lay apart from the others. It was bound in black leather, and on its cover was engraved the same symbol that glowed on her hand. When Alice opened the book, the pages seemed to come alive. Visions flashed before her eyes again. She saw the face of the woman with the burning eyes, the same woman they had met in the dungeon. "She's calling you," a voice whispered. At that moment, the library doors slammed shut, and the air was filled with cold. Mikhail pulled out his silver dagger, but even he looked worried. "They knew we were coming," he said. Figures began to emerge from the shadows. They were cult servants, men with pale skin and empty eyes. They moved slowly, but their numbers were growing by the second. "We have to get out of here," Mikhail said. Alice felt the symbol on her hand begin to glow again. She raised her hand, and a bright beam of light erupted from it, pushing away the nearest servants. "How do you do that?" Mikhail asked, looking at her in surprise. "I don't know," Alice answered. "It just happens." They managed to escape from the manor, but now Alice knew that her power was not just an accident. Mikhail had told her that the blood in her veins probably belonged to the descendants of an ancient family that had tried to resist the cult once before. "You are the key to their defeat," he said, "but you can also be their weapon if they get their hands on you." Alice realized that time was short. The cult was preparing for a ritual that would take place on the next night of the blood moon. "We must find a way to destroy them once and for all," she said. Mikhail nodded. "The book you found might have the answer." Alice opened the book again. In the last pages, she found a description of a ritual that could destroy the cult, but it required a sacrifice. "They want your blood to complete their ritual," Mikhail said, "but if we use it otherwise, we could destroy their power." "Does that mean I have to die?" Alice asked, her voice trembling. Mikhail didn't answer right away. "I won't let them take you," he said finally. "We'll find another way." But Alice already knew that there might not be another way. The night of the blood moon was approaching, and the tension was growing by the hour. Alice and Michael were carefully preparing for the decisive clash. The book Alice had found stated that the ritual could be interrupted if the blood of the chosen one was used to destroy the symbols of the cult, but that required incredible strength and could cost her her life. Mikhail pulled ancient artifacts from his stash that could aid in the battle. Among them were silver daggers, protective amulets, and vials of consecrated water. "If they start the ritual, we'll need to act quickly," he said. "You must stay in the center of the circle and stay close to the book." Alice nodded, but fear grew in her heart. She knew her blood was the